Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Today we're mapping out the sprawling, dynamic, and honestly incredibly supportive landscape of recovery groups right here in Los Angeles. Look, whether you're just starting out, maybe returning after a setback, or just looking to deepen your existing support network, finding the right community is absolutely essential. So we're going to break down exactly how you can navigate all the options out there to find a space where you truly feel understood. Let's get into it.
So let's look at this number, 10 million. The greater LA metro area is huge, and when you're trying to find a tight-knit community, a number that massive can feel, well, a bit intimidating. But here's the secret. That immense population actually means we have literally thousands of different support options available. You really just need to know where to look.
Here's our quick roadmap for today. First, we'll look at recovery in LA, then explore your meeting options, find your perfect fit, talk about adapting to LA challenges, and finally, wrap up with taking that first step. All right, Section 1, Recovery in Los Angeles, looking at the sheer scale of support. Instead of seeing LA's massive size and sprawl as a hurdle, I really want us to reframe it as a massive advantage. Because of the city's sheer scale, there are hundreds of daily meetings happening at literally all hours. Whether you need an early morning gathering in the valley before your shift, or a late-night session in downtown LA because, hey, you work on conventional hours, the support network here effectively runs 24/7. It's pretty amazing. Moving right along to Section 2, exploring your meeting options, or what we like to call the menu of recovery. When it comes to meeting philosophy, you actually have some distinct choices here. On one side, you've got your traditional 12-step fellowships like Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous. These have been the bedrock of recovery for nearly a century, offering thousands of weekly meetings in LA alone. But maybe the 12 steps just don't resonate with you. Totally fine. On the flip side, we have alternative and secular groups. You've got science-based approaches like Smart Recovery, which leans heavily into cognitive behavioral therapy and self-empowerment. Then there's Refuge Recovery, which brings Buddhist principles, meditation, and mindfulness into the healing space. The point is, there's no one-size-fits-all here. You get to choose the framework that actually speaks to you. And because of LA's incredible diversity, the options get even more specific. You can easily find specialized meetings catering to your exact demographic or specific challenges. We're talking groups for LGBTQ+ individuals, young adults, professionals who maybe need a higher level of anonymity, and even meetings tailored for dual diagnoses, so folks managing both substance use and a mental health condition at the same time. If your struggle involves behavioral patterns like gambling, there are dedicated spaces for that too. This specialized approach is a real game changer because it aggressively combats isolation by connecting you with peers who immediately truly get your unique walk of life. Okay, Section 3, finding your perfect fit. Let's make this actionable. With all those options, how do you actually choose? Just follow this simple 4-step checklist to narrow things down. Step 1, choose a location that makes showing up easy, somewhere in your home or on your commute. Step 2, pick a time that actually aligns with your real life. Step 3, decide on a format, like do you want a speaker meeting or an open discussion? And Step 4, match any special interests or demographics we just talked about. You can literally run this exact checklist through centralized online directories, like the AALA Central Office or local hubs like LA Recovery Connect, to instantly find your matches. Now, as you're scrolling through those directories, you're going to see 2 distinct labels, and this is a really vital definition to understand. If you're wondering, hey, can I bring a loved one, a spouse, or a friend along for support on my first day? Well, it all depends on this distinction right here. Open meetings welcome anyone curious about recovery, and that includes your support system. Closed meetings, however, are exclusively for those identifying with a specific addiction. They provide a highly protected, private space for members to share. So definitely keep an eye out for those labels when you're making your game plan. On to Section 4, adapting to LA challenges and navigating the hurdles. Let's be real, recovering in Los Angeles presents some unique obstacles. You've got a deeply saturated nightlife and entertainment culture, which means constant, high exposure to drinking and drug use. Add to that a highly transient population moving around for industry jobs, and, of course, the massive geography and heavy traffic. It's a lot. These factors can feel completely overwhelming, but here is the silver lining. The recovery meetings here are specifically designed to act as a necessary refuge from that exact fast-paced culture. They're spaces where slowing down isn't just accepted, it is expected. And speaking of that absolute nightmare of LA traffic, a lot of people naturally ask, are virtual recovery meetings really as effective as showing up in a physical room? Like, does logging into a video call actually work? Well, the answer is a resounding yes. Virtual and hybrid meetings absolutely maintain that essential community connection, the shared experience, and the vital accountability that makes recovery successful. Honestly, what matters most is your consistent participation. Virtual options are just a brilliant tool because they remove those geographic and traffic barriers entirely. If you're traveling, if you're sick, or if you're just having a late-night moment of struggle and can't drive, your community is still just a click away. Here's another question that comes up a lot, and it represents a deeply personal fear for a lot of newcomers. What if I relapse? Can I still return to meetings, or am I going to be shunned? The absolute most important thing to remember here is that the community understands recovery isn't always linear. If you experience a setback, you will absolutely always be welcomed back, period. The people in these rooms have walked this exact path. In fact, many long-term members have experienced their own setbacks. The community is there to support you in getting back on track, not to judge you for stumbling. Finally, Section 5, taking the first step and understanding your safety net. Look, sometimes peer support is just one piece of the puzzle and professional help is required. Structured clinical environments like iRely Recovery in Southern California offer an incredible safety net. They provide comprehensive levels of care tailored to really specific needs. We're talking medically assisted detox, which is absolutely critical for safely managing withdrawals from substances like alcohol or potent opioids like fentanyl. They also offer immersive residential treatment for cocaine and meth dependencies, plus robust aftercare programs. And crucially, they are fully equipped to handle complex dual diagnosis cases, treating the addiction right alongside underlying conditions like severe anxiety or PTSD. And once you're in a structured program, the treatment goes far beyond simply stopping the substance use. Centers utilize a wide array of evidence-based therapies. Things like cognitive behavioral therapy and dialectical behavioral therapy help to literally rewire thought patterns and emotional responses. They integrate trauma-informed care to address the actual root causes of pain, alongside family and group therapy to rebuild those relational bridges. By bringing in mindfulness-based therapies, they're actively addressing the physical, emotional, and spiritual dimensions of addiction. It's a deeply compassionate, whole-person approach. So as we wrap up, I want you to remember this. Every single step toward recovery from substance use disorders matters. Whether you're looking into clinical, residential treatment, or you're just trying to find an open discussion meeting down the street, action is the antidote to addiction. With all these incredible resources right at your fingertips in Los Angeles, what is the next right step you can take today to finally reclaim your story?